Radio Rahim with Tank Davis. Hey, listen, like Floyd said, you've been through a lot. It's been publicized. It seemed like tonight you've shown a lot of maturity in the way you handle the press, the build up to this fight. What do you attribute that to? What changed in your life or changed in your mind to make you focus in a different way?
Just becoming that that main event fighter. I want to step it up, inside the ring and outside the ring. So my main focus was, get the fans my all, and that's what I did.
It can be really frustrating and difficult to have an opponent change last minute. Obviously, you're training for one guy. There's beef there. You're focused on a single opponent, and a new guy comes in right away. What kind of adjustments did you have to make in the gym to focus on a guy that you didn't know very well and hadn't been training for in the beginning of your camp?
Well, when I found out that they switched the opponent, well, not switching, but Abner got hurt, I was already in LA. It was a week away, so it wasn't too hard. I believe I have the skills to beat anyone they have in front of me, and I have, I believe that my team, know what's right for me. So I believed in that decision.
Now, your walkout was longer than your fight. I imagine that's a pretty good goal. It's a good accomplishment tonight. I noticed, as everyone does, your affinity for Michael Jackson. So maybe the third time I've seen some kind of homage to Michael Jackson on your fight night. Why is that? What's the connection there?
He was a big guy, and he was loved by the people, and I was one of them kids that loved Michael Jackson. So I wanted to triple to him.
And lastly, obviously, you have a special relationship with your promoter. I've never seen Floyd with any of his fighters quite this close, quite this hands-on. What does that do for you? What do you get from that other than friendship?
Just made me push harder. I still like when I first met him. Sometimes when he called my phone, I just look at a ring, and be like, I had Floyd Mayweather calling my phone, and this was the guy that I looked up to coming up. So it's amazing. It made me push hard.
Do you have a particular goal in your career or in your life as a fighter? Is there something that you want to get to where you say, all right, Gervonta Davis has done what he came to do?
Just, be that household name, be that pay-per-view star. My main focus is being that pay-per-view star, and being excited.
Floyd, as a promoter, obviously there's all kind of things that can come up. Your main event opponent pulled out just a week or so before the fight. What is it like to have to make that adjustment, find an opponent that the fans or the media won't criticize?
Well, I didn't, just criticize me, criticize his team. I'm proud of Tank. Abner Moore's a hell of a fighter, another tough competitor. And we can make the fight happen down the line, but I want Abner Moore's to heal up, get better. My prayers go out to him and his family. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a champion. And it'll happen down the line. But what Tank need to do is continue to go out there, rack up the victories, beat whoever we put in front of him, and that's his job.
What is it about Tank that's special, maybe more so than other fighters in your stable? I know you respect all your fighters, but everyone sees you've given this guy special attention. Why?
It's not really that. It's that, like myself, his mother been through a lot as far as been on drugs. My mother been on drugs. My dad been in prison. People in his family been locked up. So, what I try to give him is like my son, my oldest son. I always give him positive advice. A lot of times he don't like to listen. A lot of times he don't want to answer his phone. A lot of times he go in the media and go in a rage and be upset. But I still love him unconditional and only want the best for him.
And lastly, this was a surprise to us that he'll be over in Japan having that fight again.
It's an exhibition.
With the exhibition, we all saw what happened with your exhibition. What did that guy do?
It was crazy, but the exhibition was supposed to be $9 million, but I ended up making $10 million. Over $10 million. I got a bonus.
The man was crying when it was over. You destroyed him. What did he do in that fight that would make anybody believe it will change at all with Gervonta Davis, an even bigger puncher, a more aggressive fighter, a younger fighter? Like, how can this possibly be competitive?
Well, what was crazy is, like, Tank know this. When I was young like him, I was a knockout artist when I was young. But, Father Time, which is, as you get older, when you get into your 30s, the hands ain't holding up, the body ain't holding up the same. But then you got that mental game, you still got to find ways to win. But, it's his night. It's his night. I'm proud of him. I want him to keep going out there being the best that he can be. And what can I say? His grade tonight is always as great as an A if he won. And you can't grade him a B, even if it went the distance. Can't grade him a B because he won. So it's an A. And he made some hell of a money.
His name Takashi. You gonna try to knock him out faster than Floyd did? Wait, hold on. Radio Rahim with Gervonta Davis and Money Floyd Mayweather.